All right. Hello, everybody listening. Welcome back to the podcast. Today, we have Logan Schmucker and Justin Sal here today. And today, we're going to be talking about people from our school. And right now, Logan and Justin are going to talk about this kid named Steven Wazowski. Steven
Yeah,
Wazowski
yeah.
is an interesting person. He is really weird. He acts like he has to be in everyone's business when he has no purpose to be there. So why don't you tell him
Yeah.
what kind of stuff he's gotten himself into today, Logan?
So, basically, I have a 12-year-old cousin. She lives 3 hours away from us. She doesn't go to our school, of course. And so this guy, he follows so many people because he's so desperate for followers and stuff. He follows people from my family, dude. Like, which is really creepy. So basically, the context behind this is that he hits my 12-year-old cousin up. He's 15, saying that she looks cute, and then the day after asks her out. So yeah, it's
Yeah, that's
just
completely fricked.
Can we
And
just say that
these
he's
two have
he's
never had a
15 for
conversation with each
he
other, right?
yeah,
yeah,
15
they've
years
never
old.
met each other in real life
He's
or
15
anything.
years old. She's 12.
Yeah, he goes to the same school as us, but like I've never talked to him my entire life, so he's like going behind my back with this, and it's like really weird. I don't understand. Like what was his process behind this? So that's why on Tuesday at 6:57 p.m. I asked him what he was doing. I was like, "So, are you aware that you're retarded?" And basically all he responded was a ton of question marks. I didn't actually say that he was retarded. I just kindly asked him what he
What
thought
the
he was
hell are
doing.
you doing?
Yeah. So basically, I kept trying to poke at him, just like, "What are you trying to do?" And he just kept sending question marks. Then eventually, he just said bye, and I just said, "Bro, I'm serious. I'm asking, why do you do this? You don't even know me or my family." And he just doesn't respond to me. He's
Okay,
just
and Justin, since you and Steven are technically closer, not really close at all, but you guys talk to each other more, you decided to hit
yeah,
him up on this situation since this happened like when all three of us were there at the same time.
Okay, so basically, um, uh, I hit him up. I was like, "Why are you doing this to Logan's cousin? Are you aware how young she is?" And he said, he's just question marks, and he's like, and it's like, "I know you what you
yeah,
did and what you are doing,"
yeah.
and then he
So
screenshots it
basically,
and sends it to Jaden. And Jaden,
yeah,
aka Logan's cousin, her name is Jaden, and we've had this big back and forth conversation. He's like he's all confused, and I'm like you need to back off. She's 12 years old and you're 15. And he's like, no duh, B word, unfamily friendly word,
B word. Oh my god.
and
Why don't you say no? Oh, no, duh. Of course, I'm
we've
15
had
years old.
altercations in the past, and I
Yeah,
argued with him. I was like, I
because
said,
he really just does try to get into everyone's business.
I said, hey, I beat you once in 6th grade. I'll do it again in 8th grade. And
Dude,
he
I'm
didn't take
honestly
it.
ready to
He didn't
fight.
take it seriously at all. And then he blocked me. So I've been out of the loop for a little bit, but I have
Yeah.
an opinion on here, and I just believe that it's just not right for a 12-year-old and a 15-year-old to date.
Especially if they never met.
And Jaden's not even okay with it. Jaden just doesn't like it. It's
Yeah.
creepy.
And like Jaden,
Aiden
like
is like
didn't
deeply disturbed.
and didn't like Jaden repeatedly say like no, like he was
Yes,
asking for
over
her
and over again.
Snapchat and stuff, and he still
Yeah,
kept on coming after like the
he
next
on
day.
like I'm not trying to sound over dramatic here, but he sounds like a pedophile saying these things. Like he legitimately said to my cousin, right? You could be my girlfriend, and then she said, Jaden said, we've never even met each other before. You know the typical stuff that we've been saying, and
Hmm.
he doesn't give one shit. Like
And then didn't he
seriously,
say something like, "Oh, well, why don't you just turn 15 again or something like that,
I
and
don't
then we
know.
can
I
do
don't think he
that."
said something like that.
Oh no, he
Yeah,
said
he's
he just turned 15. Like
yeah
that
okay.
makes it
Oh
even
yeah,
better.
and he said one day we could meet. That they could
Uh
Yeah,
meet.
he said after this pandemic, maybe we could meet. Like, I don't know about
huh.
you, but that sounds really creepy. But first
Yeah,
off, right?
no.
Let's skip over to like yesterday, right? I
Hmm.
I asked him a few more times like what he's doing. I confronted him about like, him asking my cousin to be his girlfriend when, he hasn't even met the chick. So, and he doesn't even respond to me. So then skip to today. I decide I'm done because he keeps bothering her. So I tell my friend Ty like, screw it. We're gonna call him. So we call him from Ty's phone. They have a conversation for about like a minute, and the second I say something, like I grab the phone, I'm just like, hey, can we have a talk for a second? Because I want to get some answers. You know what I mean? He hangs up immediately. He hangs up immediately as he hears my voice because this kid is actually scared,
Dude,
and
he.
that like
I
I
know
don't.
he's like playing like it's almost like he's just trying to manipulate, I guess, or something. Act like he's done nothing wrong when he
Yeah,
knows
see,
exactly
yeah,
what he's
yeah.
doing wrong.
He's what he's doing right is he thinks that Jaden trusts him more than me because he's that delusional, and he doesn't understand the fact that because she's my cousin, she's going to tell me this, and you go to my school anyway, dude, and you're scared of me too, dude. That is pathetic, honestly. So
Mm-hmm.
basically, now he's all mad because and then he's an idiot, right? So he texts me, "You really don't have the balls to text me, bruh." I have been texting you about this for 2 days now, and you do not reply. So I said, bluntly, are we allowed to swear on this podcast, Justin?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I got a little vulgar. Probably not a good idea. So I said, I do have the fucking balls to text you, lol, dumbass. You will never respond, lol. But now let's talk seriously. I just have some questions. So I kind of brought it down so I could actually ask him some questions just because I wanted to make the conversation respectful so I don't seem like an idiot because he's kind of an idiot.
Idiot versus
And then
idiot never goes well.
and then he says because like he's asking what questions I have, and I said, why are you talking to Jaden, man? It's really bothering her. And this little shit, he responds
Who's
because it's a
Jaden?
Jaden is my cousin, right? And he says because it's a free country. So I said, yeah. Oh, dude, he got me with that one.
Dude.
Oh,
Funny,
he
funny,
totally
funny.
roasted me. So then I replied, yeah, fucker, because you're also messing with her, and she is very disturbed by it. That's a pretty shit excuse, my guy. So he ends up saying I don't like her anymore, and I'm actually dead serious. So screw off. Well, this is another thing that he was
I don't
blatantly
like her
lying about.
anymore.
What are you? It's been 2 days, dude, and you're still
I
saying creepy stuff like this. You're lying so hard that it's not even fun. It's like so
I
sad.
don't have proof too, and
So I thought this would be the end of it. I just wanted it to end. So I said, okay, bud, you just better stop texting her. And this is where things escalated even more. He starts telling Jaden to stop talking to me and telling me this stuff that he's doing, which involves she's gonna go behind my
she has
back
a
to
free
something.
country, so she has the right to
Oh
do that.
yeah, yeah. He's so manipulative that it isn't even funny.
Okay,
So I
it's a
texted him.
free country. You're still a pedophile.
Yeah, you're still kind of being a bitch. So then I text him saying, "You're fucking harassing her?" Question mark. And then all he says is, "Leave me alone, bruh. You are the
But you're the
one
one that's
that are
happening in the
manipulating the
first
situation.
place.
You are in the wrong. Nobody's on your side. You could at least apologize, or admit you're wrong. But no. So I said, "Are you harassing her?" And then he says, "No, I'm not even texting her." Boy,
Dude,
Jaden is literally showing me live that he's texting her. Like I can see this. I can see
like
that the
and he
last
already
text that he
knows
sent
that
was like a
she's
minute ago.
and
Yeah, like
he
he's
already
he's
knows
so
that she's
stupid.
sending stuff to you. So why is even
Yeah,
bothering?
they're not connecting in his brain because his brain is smaller than an acorn. So I said so I say to him, haha, you're a funny guy. I know you're texting her. Stop now. I got a little dramatic, but still, I'm mad at this kid. Unfollow her and unfollow me. Never talk to a member of my family again, please. And then this guy, he just goes full on just retard mode. He sends me a middle finger emoji, and he says, "Cry me a river, you little bitch." And and this is the point where I just decided, I'll just end this right now. So you know what I said? I said, "Lol, you're such a faggot. Gonna cry to Mr. Lentz about me bullying you? You know my cousin trusts me more than you." And I left it off with one word, pathetic. And then he left me on red because, obviously, there's no way he's gonna respond to that.
And if he
So
does this, he's just gonna say free country.
and yeah, yeah. So basically, at this point, that's where the situation lies. He stopped. He actually texted Jaden afterward, and he stopped. But he was still being an asshole about it. He didn't admit he was wrong or anything. He just he didn't really take the blame. He just kind of acted like an idiot.
He
So
just
yeah,
acted like he was doing nothing.
yeah, basically. So that's what I've been dealing with today.
Okay,
It's good to get it off my
yeah.
chest
So
and stuff.
you and Justin have like a sort of biased opinion because you guys have had like experience as Steven before.
I
My
don't
experience has
have
been-
experience with him.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't,
But
but now you
Logan,
do.
or Solomon,
Yeah.
you have experience with him.
Oh, I have experience about him being can't play an instrument after 4 years. Not even the note he learned in the first year, but yeah, he just can't blow, bro. And then he was
Oh,
always
man.
cleaning his thing.
Yeah,
He's actually
I mean,
drunk and I turn your Rubik's cube.
oh, sorry. You can hear that? Damn.
Yeah, I can also hear you every time you breathe.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe that's just because I'm pissed.
Stop, Logan. Alright, so anything else to
yeah.
that or no?
I just want to say, this kid. Okay, all you people who are listening to this right now, you're gonna get mad, and you're gonna be like, okay, well, he must have some sort of mental problem. I don't care if he has a mental problem. Either way, he's acting like a dumb butt.
He's still messing with people,
he's
and
still
it makes me
acting
even
Because
like
he knows
an
what he's
idiot.
doing
Yeah, I'm
wrong,
getting-
and he's like, he
He
knows
still
it.
does
He
it.
knows it.
And this kid, he's
I'm
like,
just so
you can
mad.
talk to anyone. Like, me, I used to sit next to him in band class, and if I talked to any girl around me, he'd like lean into me, tap me on the shoulder. He's like, Justin,
Are you guys
do you like
dating?
her? Are you guys dating? It's
Yeah,
like,
you're do you like
geez,
her?
mind your damn business. And just because I
Yeah, he
talk to
doesn't know how to
someone
mind
doesn't
his
mean
own
I'm dating
business.
them. And it's like, and then I have him in classes, and he sits next to me, like I'm his friend, and I'm like I like strongly dislike this man. This is why I'm even going this far recording this, but like he's like he just like sits there and like copies off your paper, and then like if you cover up your paper, he'll ask you what we're doing, like what the assignment has to do with, and then
He's using his autism to his fullest potential.
and then he like just gets away with everything. He can do whatever
Yeah,
Yeah, I
he
because
wants.
know. He's like a sucker.
he make the bond because of Mr. Lentz. Because he's
Okay.
just constantly sucking his balls.
I don't hate Mr.
And-
Lentz. I have nothing against Mr. Lentz. It's
Yeah.
all
Mr.
respect.
Lentz is cool,
All respect
but he
towards
needs
him.
to wake up and realize that Steven needs help on a
Is
different
controlling
level.
I'm in band with him, and he just sits there and he does nothing, and then everyone in
Like,
our
okay,
section gets
so-
mad at him.
Emma apparently said, Emma Gothier apparently said the F word one day, and he told Mr. Lentz on that when it wasn't even directed towards him. He just apparently heard Emma say the F word.
And then
He's
Mr. Lentz went
ridiculous.
after me, and yelled at me, and he's like, I know Steven complains all the time, but like be
Just checking
nice.
in.
Talk to
He
Mr.
doesn't
Herrick.
complain. He's just stupid.
Talk to Mr. Herrick. I'll
Yeah,
tell
I know,
Steven to
and,
stop
like, all his
complaining.
problems.
And it's like, dang, do I really have to go as far as talking to a teacher to get a kid just to simply play his instrument? Like, if you're gonna be in band for 3+ years, you should know how to play your instrument and
Like,
not
okay,
have to
yeah,
deal with
Logan,
your
okay,
band
okay, so-
criticizing you.
Okay, so me, Emma, and whatever, the whole trumpet people, we're just sick of Steven, like, not playing, and then, like, when he's supposed to or not. And it's annoying because it happens, like, every day. And we're just sick and tired of it because we've been in that class for 3 years. And he's still not doing stuff up to speed. And every time we say, hey, Steven, you should try playing, he takes that as, like, the most sensitive stuff. Like, we're trying
And
to
yeah, like,
bully him.
we ask him,
Well-
like, do you need help? Do you need help? And he's just like, no, screw off. It's like,
Yeah.
we're
Screw
genuinely
off.
trying to
What
help
is
you.
this thing with screw off? He just says it all the time. And, it's
And then,
so
like, and then I hate it.
he's
because
one of
he
the wait,
always-
hold on. He's one of those people who like don't know how to swear in the right context. Like he just throws in random swear words, and it's just like so
To try and
stupid.
sound more cooler.
Yeah, he's trying to sound
something.
cool, but he doesn't know when the fuck to use them. You gotta use them like that, somewhere like fluidly in the sentence, not just like I'm just so tired of this kid, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like but But I think we should move on right now because,
Yeah.
Yeah, let's switch to
Yeah.
our next topic. Literally everyone at our school.
Okay, let's not name any more names. God,
Oh.
but we'll talk about people. We'll talk about
Olivia Overbeek, huh?
shit.
Oh,
God damn it.
No, we've
I got
talked
a rat
about
stuck in
her
my
We're
so
throat.
much
dead.
over the last month and a half.
I
There's really
think I
not
have a
much-
ruined mood stuck in my throat. Oh.
Yeah.
God.
God,
Oh,
Justin,
dude.
you should really stop being too clingy.
Oh,
Like,
dude.
I don't think a relationship can last. You're just like,
Yeah.
Let's go.
I just share. Oh no, I share genuine feelings and then you lost them. That makes me clingy. Oh.
Ooh. Let's go straight to the heart of the demon. Mr. Weird.
your mom.
TikTok.
Mr. Weird.
TikTok,
Mr.
bad.
Weird. Mr.
Oh
Weird.
my
I
god.
thought we
Mr.
I
Weird.
have so many problems.
Okay, I don't have
I-
Mr. Weird. She sounds like a great person.
I don't hate you
Who
as
doesn't know what they're doing.
I don't hate you as a human being, but you should definitely not teach anything other than a college class.
Man, yeah, what you should do, see, I think teachers should actually be passionate about their job. You
I
seem
mean,
like you
I'm
do
sure
not.
every teacher is passionate, but like they just
No, man.
I mean,
I have emailed you 4
Bro.
separate times about changing
Bro.
my grade, and I've shown you proof that I've turned all my stuff in. And guess what? I could go to Power School right now and prove to you that you have not changed them. Oh, Justin, your grade's gonna go up. Oh, it did? Oh, it did. No, it didn't. No, it didn't, Mr. Weird.
No.
Do you want to fix that? You want to fix that? No, it was the last trimester.
It just makes me so like.
Woman, you told me.
Like, I
you
feel-
told me that my
Hold
grade
on.
was gonna raise after I turned in my missing things. And guess what? Oh, let me look at Power School right now. Boop 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 boop. Oh, it's still missing. You watched me turn it in and said thank you, Justin, for turning in your missing assignments. Guess what? They're still missing on Power School, and my grade is still low. Sound familiar? No, it doesn't, because you're the only teacher who is just doesn't listen to their students when they ask a question and give actual advice to you as a teacher and as a human being.
Honestly, does anybody have over a B in that class, dude? Because I honestly, even Paul and Ryan, they have like B minuses in that class, dude. Like I feel bad. I want to give her some genuine criticism because there are some times where she's a genuinely cool teacher who seems like she likes what she does, but sometimes she just makes me so mad because like she does these things that just annoy me so much. Like she does it to herself, and I don't understand how she doesn't understand what she's doing. It's just like I don't even know really what to say. It's just the vibe of the whole class just makes me want to punch a kitten.
Like,
I want to.
maybe her sick kids that she brings into class.
She brought like in first trimester to her first elective class. She brought her kid who was sick in because she didn't have anybody to watch him. Oh my god.
Man, what a great
She's
mother.
She's cussed out classrooms. And you think that we have science teachers. We do not need this woman, but yet we have this like government of principals and vice principals who see what she's done and they see what she's doing, and yet they give her like I feel like at the point where you're cussing out a class, you should be fired. You need to get your stuff figured out. You need to at least like take a break or something. You can't just like.
What really?
I feel like if
okay.
she
What really makes me hold on, Solomon. What really makes me mad though is the time with two separate teachers with two separate kids. Sorry, in the same hour, announced basically to the whole class that they were getting bad grades in science. Like that's so terrible. Like she just like so I don't know. This one kid was saying something, and then Mr. Weird is like. Well, last time I recall, you came up to me saying that you came up to me begging for ways to get your grade up. Like, that's so terrible.
Wow,
Why would you announce that to the whole class?
I'm so glad that you announced to the whole class that I'm struggling in a class that you don't actually teach, that you just put on websites and hope that they do good, but then get mad at them. Oh yeah, let me just talk let me talk about a personal thing that I endured because of this woman. My parents are they care about my grades, and I care about my grades, and I care that I get good grades. Mr. Weird, in the first try test that we had, I asked her, or I didn't ask her for help because I believed that I had it and I could do it. And I did bad in that test, and I was really pissed off, and I was mad at myself. She's like, well, you should have asked for help outside of class. Okay, and I took her advice for it. We were going towards the end of the second trimester. It was one of the last assessments we were ever going to take in that class due to this whole epidemic stuff, or pandemic, or whatever.
Yeah.
And I asked her for help a week before the test. So I was begging her for the entire week, and then it was like a day before the test where she's like, okay, Justin, what we're going to do is we're going to have you come in at lunch on that Thursday before the Thursday lunch before the test on Friday. And
That's fair.
okay. And then I was like, I have to do an art project that I'm going to stay after school for. But I want to spend time with my friends at lunch because I don't have any classes with them. So she's like, okay, fine, we'll meet in the morning.
Me.
We'll meet in the morning. And she's like, I said, okay. And I was like, I got to go talk to my art teacher about all this stuff to make sure everything's okay, to move it from the morning to the afternoon so I can meet with the teacher in the morning. Okay, here comes Friday morning. We're Friday morning, the day of the test. She was like, I was so excited to get in that class, and I was excited to finally get a good grade in that class. And guess what? She doesn't show up. Lunch rolls around.
She didn't show up?
She didn't show up.
Oh
Lunch
my
rolls
God.
around. And then it's like right after lunch. I'm heading to my band class, which is right across the hall from Mr. Weird's. She walks out. She's like, Justin, why don't you come in for lunch? And I was like, because you told me to go in the morning. She's like, oh, well, okay. And then I went on
Cool
with the day,
story.
and then we got to the end of the day. I didn't know anything on the test, and I failed it.
Oh my God, bro. I just
And
hate
I talked to
teachers.
my dad about it, and we confronted her for parent teacher conference, and she couldn't
I
even
saw that.
she couldn't even look me in the eyes and tell me that she messed up. She's like, "Oh, it was miscommunication. You're the one that put in your calendar that you were going to meet me in the morning. And guess what?
Yeah, what?
I got a bad grade. And yet you still haven't raised my grade after I put in the extra effort on a weekend where I could be hanging out with my friends and doing so many better things. I took 3 hours out of my day to fix and turn in the stuff that you said was, if I turned it in, my grade would go up. And guess what? My grade still hasn't gone up after you watched me turn them in.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
You said
I did the
thank
same
you.
thing.
I
was
the
I was
emails to
missing
prove it.
3 gizmos. I was missing 3 gizmos, and I turned all 3 of them in. She said my grade was gonna go up. She didn't do anything about it. They're still missing. I don't understand what her problem is with admitting that she did something wrong.
Yeah, but you can't change my grade, but yet you can post every day on your Instagram about what your workout is and what you're doing with your sons. Okay.
Oh my God.
Well, maybe
Did
you
you
should
see the
try.
post where she literally posted her kids naked? Did you see that post?
Yeah.
Maybe
Oh
you
my God,
shouldn't
bro.
let
What
your
is she doing to her kids?
Not only that, but
I feel so bad for those kids.
She is promoting her Instagram on Google Classroom. She's like, if you need help with anything, call me or find my Instagram to see what I'm doing. It's like you're showing these like almost explicit pictures of your kids. We don't want to see
She's
that.
like,
I want to get my
this is
stuff done.
child pornography on our teacher's Instagram. This
Okay,
is
Logan,
so
I think you don't know
bad.
what child pornography is.
It's like,
Okay, not like that, but like straight up. This is little kid penis. Okay, that is a weird. Like
So good. Though.
little kid.
Cut that
Don't
part
talk
out.
to me.
Cut that part out.
Oh, little kid penis.
All right. I'm gonna go for the next body.
Oh, who's the next body?
All right. Let's see here.
Actually, wait. Let's have an intervention. How about Salman? Salman, who's somebody that you'd like to speak up about that you hate?
I feel like Mr. Harry Dick. I met Herrick.
All right.
That's
Are
really
we
the
just
only
gonna go
teacher I have.
through and speak
I,
about one person we hated in middle school?
I don't know. Well, I don't really. I feel
Okay.
like
Dislike someone that you can't stand being by
okay.
without like
I
hating.
don't really have any bad teachers in my opinion. I mean, I have Mr. Wandell and Mr. Herrick, and that's it.
Okay. What's
I'll
one
go
of?
with Mr. Herrick because I have more to say.
Okay. What's okay? Go for Mr.
Okay, so
Herrick.
Mr. Herrick, I feel like he has like this big grudge against me, and I feel like he just hates me or something, and just does everything on purpose to blame me for the situation. No. So one day I apparently shouted out a crass insult, and he got so mad at me.
Well, you did say eat me.
I didn't say it like that. I don't even know how it came out of my, and it just went. It was by accident. It was actually by accident. But anyway, he got so mad at me, and he hasn't treated me the same. And it's been like 2 months now. So I was trying to do a TikTok dance, right? He moves me to the other side of the room when it's not even me making all the noise, doing anything. I was just moving my hands up and down. He moves me to the other side of the room.
Oh my god. Oh yeah. Also another teacher that I
So
that I
shut up.
particularly
Shut up.
dislike.
We're taking turns.
Okay,
Oh my god. Okay.
you
I
got
thought
30
you were
minutes
done.
of Mr. Weird, and I
Good.
deserve
It's
2
coming
minutes
up
of
on
Mr.
30
Herrick.
minutes.
Okay, and okay, so in band class, I don't know if you have it, but there's these music parts, right? And some parts are better than the others, in my opinion. And I don't know if he's just doing this on purpose or completely by random, but I haven't gotten the best part yet once this year, and we played like I think I got it once, and we've played like 20 songs this year, and it's just been cringy to me. And he keeps on giving the same two people the good parts for all like the songs we play, and it just
Olivia and Avery,
pisses me
who
off.
is insecure about herself.
Yeah, and it's
Really?
annoying. I got it. And then okay, so this kind of goes okay. So there's this thing called band festival, right? I'd like to talk about this. So it's where bands from around the county go to a place and then play and get judged, right? And this might tie in with a little bit of Steven and Callie and Austin, but
Uh,
those three people are worse than the other ones. Austin, I don't have a problem with. Like, sure, he's like worse than us, but like he actually shows effort, right?
yeah.
But freaking Steven and Callie don't show any effort whatsoever.
Well, it's Steven. We've been over this.
Yeah, I know, but like, okay. And so basically, since I didn't get a part, right? And
Yeah.
Austin, and Steven and Callie don't really try. They sound bad. So I'm like, perfect opportunity to, play the good part because they got the good part and I didn't. Because I'm in the middle and I always get cut off every time. And so I play the good part for them basically. I just practice it the entire time. And then a week before festival, Mr. Herrick notices, or Mr. whatever, a teacher notices that I am playing the different part. And he calls me out for it. Right?
They
I mean, not
clearly
head
need the
on.
help. They clearly need the help, by the
They
way.
need the help, and they're not doing anything about it to improve. And then, so they call me out, and I'm not playing the part. In festival, there's 5 grades you can get, and it goes from like grade 1 or division 1, which is the best, division 2 and stuff, and blah blah blah. Anyway, that's for later. And really, so those two, the Stephen Austin and Kylie got really good parts for 3 of the songs that were like important. And since I got called out playing those parts, I had to go play weaker parts of Justin and Elmo, which I didn't have a problem with. I was just scared because I wanted to get a good festival rating. But in my head, I just saw it as Mr. Herrick doesn't think I'm good to play the good parts because, haven't gotten anything. I know that's probably not the case. but I didn't play at festival, and they sounded awful. Like, okay, so festival, we get judged by judges, and they like put recording, and we listen to like recordings of our song, and we got our two at our festival overall. But the only reason why was the trumpets. Like, everything was good about it besides the trumpets, and you could tell because we play the song, and they have like a really important like solo part where it's only that part of the part or that part of the trumpet that plays at the beginning, and it just sounded so doo doo. It was stupid doo doo. Like, you remember hearing that, Justin, for the first
Yeah,
time?
yeah, yeah.
Dude, it was just, it made me die inside because I knew I could do so much better. Which I know it's like bold of me to say, but they're really bad.
I've heard that too from like a lot of people that some parts are like really bad. I'm not in
Yeah,
band, by the way.
yeah. Oh, anyway,
Eh,
let's move on to some. What was I gonna say about band? Oh, yeah, fuck, I forgot. I was gonna say something
Tell about
else.
Mr. Herrick.
I already went over how I don't like him. I feel like he treats me
Oh,
unfairly.
the ratings and stuff.
yeah,
Like,
oh,
oh,
Solomon, I know. Here. What about Miss Fuzak? Because I know you don't
oh,
particularly like her either.
oh, Miss Fees. Oh, you should. Okay, Miss. I'm fine with Miss Fees. Actually, she's just annoying.
Yeah, that's pretty much mine. At the beginning of the year, she hated me. There was this one time I asked her because I did soccer.
But
I asked her.
Me and Brody in that hour, we kind of did stuff to deserve like the hate we got.
I guess I was kind of sarcastic with her. Like I
Mhm.
asked if I could like. So
But
this
if
is
there's like one
yeah.
huge complaint, it's her toes. She was wearing
Oh God.
strides one day at the beginning of the year, and I just looked down. Those toenails are like so long and like multiple different colors.
Multiple different colors. Yeah, so anyway, like
It's
to the
so
soccer.
gross.
I asked her if I could change into my soccer clothes because it was like we had this field trip where we had to like dress nicer than usual. I was wearing khakis, so I asked her if I could like change into some shorts. And it was like 3 minutes before the end of like the like end of school, and I wouldn't have like any time to go from like all the way to the locker room, change, and then go all the way to the soccer field. So I was
Well,
asking her to go like,
it's kind of her job. That's not like supposed to. That's not allowed. To change or like you're not supposed to go to
Okay,
the
but it's
or
human
anything.
decency.
yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
know.
Why couldn't I just like she
Human.
could have just said, okay, you're just going to the bathroom, quote unquote. Like what? Like we weren't even doing anything. We weren't doing anything important. We were sitting around and doing absolutely nothing. So that's what makes me mad. So she gives me this long explanation about how, oh, I'm sorry, it's not my fault, and I literally give her a thumbs up. And she gets so mad as I'm walking back to my seat. She is yelling at me so loud that like everybody in the classroom is hearing this, and everybody is trying to not laugh. Like I'm just standing there, just like I wanted to say
Well,
out loud, "What are you so mad about?" Like maybe I just come off as sarcastic all the time, but like, why did you just get so mad with me there, dude? How did you not see like the situation we're in and how stupid it is?
all right. Enough with this negativity. We should talk. Oh, actually no. I got one more. This teacher was like, just Logan saying how got mad and stuff. It reminded me of this one sixth grader teacher I had called Miss DeWeird. Oh, no. The Wise. The Wise.
Yeah.
Okay.
Plot
So,
twist.
excuse me. I farted. Ooh, woo.
Ooh, ooh, let me smell.
Shut up. Okay. But anyway, so basically, she like got off on people about like the stupidest things, and she screamed so loud. Like the second she like talked, everyone in the class just went silent. It was scary because if you like made a noise, like there's this one time where okay, so I had like old friends in that class, and we were good buddies, and we just one of them just started laughing one day, and she just went off on him for like 5 minutes straight of just screaming and yelling about how disrespectful it was that he laughed.
That's
And then
see,
there's
I don't
okay,
get
I have
that.
like two other stories. Okay, I'm pretty sure I told you guys before. So there's a Mexican kid named Gustavo, right?
Yeah.
And he pushes a binder onto the ground so he can sit there, or I was like on a chair or something. And she
Yeah.
just like starts screaming the most random crap that because he's like, "Oh my god, you are so disrespectful! How could you ever do that? If you were my age, kicked you out of the house immediately. I would have put you up for adoption." She literally
Oh my
said that.
god.
She said she would put him up for
Wow. What
adoption
is wrong?
because he freaking kicked like pushed over a binder.
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah.
Uh,
God, that was so funny.
Oh,
so yeah,
I've got one more.
one more,
It
one
was
last,
it
right?
was from the wonderful trilogy of Mr. Weird's Crazy. So basically, we're like we were doing like that science lessons that everyone had to do. It was like 17 lessons. Like it was a packet every single day.
Oh, yeah.
And there was like a bunch of people talking, and everyone was like messing around, and she's like, "Oh, I have a bunch of referrals to give to everyone if no one stops being quiet, or like if everyone shuts up, she won't give them out. Obviously, like you know what I mean." But
She's just using that as
so
like a
there
threat.
was like she was like in between like a transition or something. Everyone was talking. Everyone was screwing around, messing around. I look over to Carson McIntyre next to me. We look at each other and we like slightly giggle. All right. She
How
the
slight was this
the
giggle?
entire room stops. I look slightly to my left, like diagonally from Carson, and I just see her, just fire in her eyes, just ready to pounce. And she's like, "Justin, Carson, Hernan, Kaylee, you're all getting referrals." And it's like Hernan and Kaylee didn't do anything. They were just sitting there. And I was pissed. I was so pissed. And I turned to my right to talk to Carson. I was like, "Dude, this is so dumb. Everyone else was talking. Why are we getting in trouble?" And then she's like, "Justin, saying something isn't going to change anything." And I looked at her with the most
Wow,
just
dude.
pissed off look. I don't think I could have pulled off anything more angry in my life. I just looked at her and I said, "I'm pissed off." And
Yeah.
she's like, "Okay, I am too." And I'm like, "Okay, well, that's the end of that." Here comes the end of the class. I refuse to take the referral. She's like, "Come see me. Everyone come see me. Like the people who are getting referrals, come see me." I look up at her, or I look down at her, and I was like, "I'm not taking this." And she's like, "Yes, you are. You deserve it." I'm like, "No, I'm not." Grabbed it, I put it in front of her face, folded it up, twisted it, ripped it, put it in the garbage, and walked away. So
Oh,
she
no,
just
that's
dude, the balls
why have we
she
never
had.
heard that before?
because
Dang.
I just didn't say anything.
The balls to do that. That's good, Justin.
And then
Honestly,
she's
dude.
like, "Justin, come pick it up." And then I grabbed it, and then I just took it with me, and then I went
Ripped
home.
it up again and threw
No,
it in the next
I took
basket.
this one respectfully because I kind of felt bad for doing that.
You kind of completely owned her, dude, at that point.
She gave me another one, so I just took it, got home. My dad signed it, brought it back to her. She's like, "Thank you for bringing it back to me," and then now we're here.
Wow. See,
So
that's
me-
what makes me pissed off. It's teacher like disrespect towards kids is still disrespect. Like, can you just?
you
It's
can't
like
just
we have not. We're never allowed to say anything. Like, it's just labeled. You're a kid. You're a kid. Your opinion doesn't matter. Like, dang, dude,
diesel
it
patches.
really sucks. But
Well-
diesel patches. There really isn't anything we
Are
can
we
do
gonna
about
end
it,
it
though.
off here, or do you guys want to talk? Or we could talk
well,
about like good
this
teachers.
recording's almost 40 minutes long, so I think we should cut it off here.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a good
Alright.
place. Podcast.
All right, well,
like,
that
that's
was
perfect.
it. That was it for the podcast. Thank you for Justin and Logan for joining. I mean, as we always do. And I hope you enjoy us complaining and life. All right. And